Hello. And seeing as it's near bedtime, I think it's time for a story, don't you? Now, I have told this story before, but it's very difficult to tell. So I'm going to try and do it in one take, okay? If you're easily offended, tough. I will now begin to settle down and read Rindercella and her Sugly Isters. Once upon a time, Rindercella and her Sugly Isters lived in a large mansion. Rindercella worked very hard, frubbing floors, emptying poss pits and shivelling shot. At the end of the day she was knocking fackard. The Sugly Isters were right bugly arsteds. One was called Mary Hinge and the other was called Betty Swallocks. They were really horrible huckers. They had fetty sweet and fatty swannies. Sugly Isters had tickets to go to the ball, but the cotton runts would not let Rindercella go. Suddenly there was a bucking fang, and her Gary Fodmother appeared. Her name was Sherry Hithole, and she was a light-rocking thespian. She turned a pumpkin and 6 mite wice into a hocking huge farage with 6 dandy ronkies who had huge hollocks and dig bicks. The Gary Fodmother told Rindercella to be back by dim light, otherwise there could be a cocking calamity. At the ball, Rindercella was dancing with the pransome hints, when suddenly the clock struck 12. "Mr. Chucking Frighty!" said Rindercella, and she ran out tripping barse over ollocks, so dropping her slash clipper. The very next day, the pransome hints knocked on Rindercella's door, and the Sugly Isters let him in. Suddenly, Betty Swallocks lifted her leg and let off a fig bart. "Who's fuss jarted?" asked the pransome hints. "Blame that fugly hooker over there," said Mary Hinge. When the stinking brown cloud had lifted, he tried the slash clipper on both the Sugly Isters without success, and their feet stuck in funk. Betty Swallocks was ducking disgusted, and gave the pransome hints a knack in the kickers. This was not difficult, as he had bucking huge walls and a hig barred on. He tried the slash clipper on Rindercella, and it fitted pocking perfectly. Rindercella and the pransome hints were married. The pransome hints lived his life in a lucking fuxury, and Rindercella lived hers with a foaled swanny. Lovely. And now I hope that you will have a lovely evening, and I will see you again for the next story. Good night.